Hi friends, let's make our way down into a comfortable seated position. I do recommend sitting up on a blanket or a pillow, placing something soft underneath your seat to help lift your heart and lengthen your spine. And let's just breathe softly in and out. And let's take our time here to settle into the present moment. Settle into your bones, into your body. And just connect with your breath, flowing in and out. And we'll take our time here at the beginning of class in this meditation to clear our mind of any distractions and welcome thoughts of love and kindness and optimism and healing. So anything that's not useful for the next half hour, let it go. And anything that's going to help you, anything that's going to benefit you, let that be the focus of your class today. So as you connect more deeply to the present moment and settle into your body a little bit more deeply, we'll just focus on letting our breath heal and cleanse us. So finding that stillness, finding that quiet moment for yourself. And we'll try our best to hold on to this feeling for the rest of class together. And deep breath in and out. And we'll just bring our hands to prayer at heart center to seal in whatever lovely thoughts you are having. Hugging them in close, something that's useful for you. Thoughts focused on healing, sealing those in. Maybe even dedicating your practice to a loved one. And we'll just slowly wake ourselves up and cross your arms, bringing your hands to opposite shoulders. And just latch those fingers onto your shoulders and gently pull. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. And at the same time, lift through the crown of your head, lengthening your neck, finding a tall spine. And we can really lift our heart into our arms as we do this. So feel that pressure between chest and arms, and then drop the head nice and heavy. Notice a big, beautiful opening through the upper back. And we'll just hang here. Let the arms hang, let the head hang. And let that upper back expand and lengthen. Feel the freedom. And then slowly lift your chin and roll the head back. Get that nice pull through the neck. And come back to a neutral chin. And then we'll take our left ear to left shoulder, right ear to right shoulder. And just hanging out. And then we'll take our arms down and actually change the cross. So we may have to figure out how to do that briefly, but change the cross of your arms, hook those fingers onto the tops of the shoulders, and gently pull and press. Drop the head. And then roll the head around. So let's take some big, beautiful circles. Drawing circles with the crown of our head. and enjoy that full stretch through the entirety of the neck, getting every little last muscle and ligament, feeling it out. Okay, let's release our arms down and extend the legs out in front of us. We're going to take our feet nice and wide as the mat, if not wider. And then we're going to bend the knees. We're going to bend those knees deeply so we can reach for those feet. And if you're feeling extra limber right now, you can go ahead and try and straighten those knees or keep them bent and let that torso sort of fall between the legs and the arms. Maybe there's a slight bend in the knee, a big bend in the knee. Whatever feels best to you today. And this is another great pose to just hang out in. I love being able to latch onto my feet so my arms can hang, and that gives me a beautiful release of tension in the neck. So if you can reach the feet, I do recommend it. Lift and rise the chest nice and high. And then we're going to draw the feet inwards, knees bent, feet wide still. And hold on to those ankles, arms inside the legs. And we're going to wrap that right hand around the right ankle, sort of snaking the right arm around the right leg. And then gently take the left hand behind your back. And just a very gentle stretch through the shoulders and the upper back. And we'll just change sides. So come to the center, lift the heart first to rebalance and come back to our center. And then we'll take it on the left side. So left arm snakes around the left ankle. And then the right hand comes behind the back. Not straining ourselves or trying too hard, but keeping it nice and gentle and soft. And then we'll come back to center, grab both ankles, lift the heart, find a tall spine, lift through the crown of the head. And then we'll bring the soles of our feet together, knees nice and wide. Setting up for bound angle, hold on to the feet, lift the heart. And when you're ready, take a bow. So hopefully leading with that heart, finding a long spine as we hinge at the hips. And then finding your final resting place here in this pose, bound angle or Baddha Konasana. And letting the head become heavy with every exhale as you rest. Let the legs be nice and heavy. And just let the weight of your body sink into this pose. And slowly come to rise up. Maybe taking a few head and neck rotations here as we latch onto the ankles with the hands and get a nice big pull through the shoulders. So leaning back, lifting the chin. And then we're going to make our way forward onto our knees and hands for child's pose. So sinking back into those heels, really drop your seat bones, your tailbone down towards the heels, towards the floor. Let your head be supported. So if you can rest your head on the floor, that is a great way to rest here. You can also take a pillow or a book under your forehead. And my favorite thing to do is just resting your head on your hands or stacked forearms. Your skin is nice and soft and warm, and it's a great way to rest in child's pose. And so we get to hang out in child's pose a little bit longer. Let's connect back to our meditative breath, that nice and flowing breath, and that positive mindset that we're creating for ourselves. And we're letting go of all the unuseful, unwanted distractions. So come back to your center here in child's pose. And then we'll pull ourselves forward and up into downward facing dog. So curl those toes underneath you, open the fingers really wide, and press your shoulders towards the ankles. Finding as much freedom as we can, moving around until you feel comfortable, and taking some big breaths in and out. We're going to step the left foot forward first. Drop the back right knee and sink into those hips for low lunge. I like to come onto my fists and let my arms be like two strong pillars holding me up. And then I settle through the torso as much as I can, through the hips, through the shoulders, through the heart, and just sink. And then we're going to just draw the right foot forward and come all the way to the front of our mat, lifting our chest and our spine halfway up for a flat back, halfway lift. Lifting halfway, and then exhale, forward fold over those legs. You can gently grab onto the ankles, let the head be heavy, and breathe deeply. Let it go. Such a great pose for just letting all that tension and stress roll off your back, off your shoulders, letting it go. We'll bend those knees and slowly reach up and look up, upward salute. Exhale the hands through to prayer, steady standing. So take a look down at those feet, check that they're parallel and hip width apart, open the palms, and stand like a mountain with stability and strength. All right, we're going to interlace our fingers behind our head at the nape of our neck, and we're going to lift those elbows up and look upwards. This is so amazing to get a wonderful stretch to the triceps. It's pressing our shoulders forward into the heart and opening our heart deeply. So enjoy this beautiful heart opener. And then we're going to exhale, hug the chin towards the chest, and with your arms, gently pull your head towards the floor. Very gentle here. Make sure there's a slight bend in your knees. And we're just gently pulling on the back of our head, drawing our chin into our chest. A nice opening through the upper back once again, and then let's lift up, look up. Expand, big breath in, and then gently release the hands. And then we'll reach the arms up, interlace the fingers, and point the pointer fingers up. Pull your arms long, and then tip to the right. And then we'll tip to the left. We'll come back to center, and we'll take a little back bend, lifting the heart as much as you can. Keep a strong belly. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift your belly. Exhale, step the left foot back. Drop the left knee and sink into low lunge now with the right foot forward. Let those arms be two strong pillars. Settle into the hips. Let the head and heart be heavy. And enjoy that beautiful stretch to the left thigh. And big breath in and out. Curl the back toes under. And then we'll step the right foot back for downward facing dog. And just walk it out. I love to pedal my feet here. And then we'll pull that heart forward for high plank pose. Slowly lower chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart. Cobra or upward facing dog. And then let's take the best pose, child's pose. Tuck those knees underneath you. Take your hands towards the feet and become a little ball. The first child's pose we did, we had knees apart. In this version, you can take your knees together and enjoy the support that's going to offer our low back. So just breathe deeply here. letting go, letting those shoulders shrug forward. And let the breath flow in and out, ceaseless breath. Keeping it gentle and soft. Notice the resistance of your belly against the thighs, the legs, as you inhale. And see if you can lift the back body in expansion in opposition to this resistance at the front of your body. So see if you can expand the back body with breath in this little teeny ball. And continue to relax and let go. As we're beginning to wind things down a little bit more, slowing things down even more. And take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Let it go. Let it go. Anything you're holding on to. And we'll just sort of wake ourselves up and pull ourselves forward to sit down with our legs in front of us. I'm going to recommend sitting on blankets or a pillow once again. And we're going to find our legs straight out in front of us in a pose called staff pose. And just get comfortable here. Maybe drop the head, point and flex the feet several times. So hopefully we can find a little bit of comfort in this pose as our core muscles work strong to hold us up. And when you're ready, we'll just take a fold forward, reaching for those feet. So seated forward fold. This time our feet are not wide and our knees are not bent. However, that is still an option. So if you feel like you're still not quite as limber as you would want to be doing seated forward fold, just take it back to the other variation that we did earlier. Feet wide, knees bent. Making that decision for yourself, what feels best to you in your body today. And if you're feeling limber and nice and open to do this, it's a great way to begin to close class. And then we'll just slowly lift the chest, lift the chin, find that tall spine. And we're just going to take the right foot in and cross the left foot across the right knee for seated spinal twist. And we're just going to take a twist over towards that left hip. The right elbow goes to the left knee, and the left hand comes behind you, gazing over the left shoulder. And then we'll just inhale to center and change the cross of our legs. So the right heel comes in, the left heel comes in and the right foot crosses the left knee. Left elbow to right knee, right hand comes behind you, and we gaze over the right shoulder. Taking some nice big relaxing breaths. Keeping it gentle, guys, nice and soft. And then we just inhale back to center. And we're gonna slowly make our way down onto our back. So it's time to settle into the last few reclining postures of class, maybe the best part of the class. I'm using my blanket as a pillow, And then we're just going to take the feet wide, knees up, and drop your knees from left to right. We call this windshield wiping the shins, and it's so good. It massages your hips, your psoas, your thighs, your glutes. And take your arms up overhead, letting the elbows hang out. Let those arms be nice and limp. And this helps open our heart and presses those shoulder blades up into the chest and helps to lift our heart. And now we'll hang out in reclining bound angle. So bring the soles of the feet together and the knees apart. And take some lovely cleansing breaths as we settle in to this beautiful pose of surrender and openness. Reclining bound angle, complete letting go, complete surrender. And there's nothing left to do now but breathe and let go. And we're just slowly going to lift the knees and hug them into our chest and rock from side to side. This is another great way to just massage the back. And just get those bones back into place, back into the body. And then we're going to extend the legs nice and long for Shavasana. So you can take your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your belly. You can take both hands to your belly, both hands to your heart. You can take your hands alongside your body on the floor, palms up. So just finding what works for you in Shavasana. Maybe pulling a blanket over you. But doing whatever you need to do to find complete and deep relaxation and comfort here. And I'll just walk us through some lovely Shavasana moments. Nothing left to do now except relax and listen and breathe. Letting the breath flow. And letting yourself be nice and soft and open. Notice the density of your body. Notice where your body is gracing the floor, and weigh into those places and those spaces. And let that floor hold you up. Let the floor support your density and your weight. And melt a little bit more into the floor, into your blankets, your pillows, your supports. And now notice where you are light. Notice the lightness of the air touching your skin. And let yourself be soft and weightless in those places and in those spaces. Don't force anything. Let that breath be natural. Let it do what it's going to do. And let it flow. And let your limbs be heavy, your legs, your arms. Let your head be heavy. And continue to release any effort. We'll slowly wake ourselves up here, bringing the feet to the floor, knees up, and then slowly rolling over to the right side of your body, resting your head on your arm like a pillow. Enjoying these last few moments of class, hugging this peace and calmness and warmth in close to your heart, hugging it close, remembering it, cherishing it, abiding in it. And slowly making our way to a seated posture. Let that head be heavy as you rise. Finding your blankets and your pillows under your seat once again. And let's enjoy the last few moments of class. Come back to your meditation. Come back to an open heart, a lifted spine. Let yourself be held up by your inner strength. Notice any benefits you might be experiencing after practicing. Notice if the breath flows a little bit more freely. Maybe you feel a little bit lighter, a little bit taller. And come back to the present moment if you lost sight of it at all. Come back to the present with the breath. And just noticing your body and how you feel. Let the skin of the face be soft, the jaw relax. And remind yourself one last time of any intention you may have set, bringing your hands to prayer, sealing in whatever useful thoughts you were able to cultivate today. And just sealing those in and reminding yourself of those things one last time. And then closing class with a bow. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.